Recently, we came out with a new firmware update for our Overture Programmable Overdrive pedal, and it has a new feature in there that I figured it would be worth doing a little video to explain. The Overture has 8 presets available on it, and they're arranged in 2 banks of 4. We have 4 red presets and 4 green. The sort of the stock arrangement for these presets, you access them by pressing the 2 buttons together, and it goes from 1, 2, 3, and 4 indicated here. And pressing both buttons together cycles you through those 4 presets. And there's a bank button here that when you press it switches to the green presets, and then pressing them together moves through 1, 2, 3, 4 in the second bank. So 8 presets total. And I guess I never really explained to anyone, why it is the way it is. And I guess I kind of come from the multi-channel amp, 3-channel clean crunch lead kind of world of using that for your distortion sounds. And so I kind of wanted to emulate that here, where pedal off, you're clean, you turn it on your crunch sound, say, and then hitting the bank button brings you to a third sound, like presumably your lead sound. And, and then if you have a different song, you might want a different set of sounds, and then so you switch to another preset, and so you've got, a clean sound, a crunch sound, and then a lead sound. And so you kind of had 4 groups of, 4 groups of 3 sounds, I guess, for different purposes. And, this is kind of an unusual and maybe a pretty special case. And, what works for me may not work for anyone else. So I've realized that there should be some other options as well. So with the release of the RJM pedal editor, we also introduced new firmware for the Overture. Mostly the new firmware is just intended to, basically make it work with the editor. However, we added this new feature in here where you can change how the preset and bank selection works. And so to do this, you remove power from the pedal and hold the on-off button as you power it in or power it on, and you see the light spins a couple times and then it turns on solid. Once you're in this mode, this is the setup mode. You can set MIDI channels and a few other options, but what we're interested in is what the gain knob does. And as you turn the gain knob, you'll see that the on-off light changes colors. And so to the left, it's blue, and that's the standard bank mode that I just described. If you turn it to more towards the center, there's sort of a pink or purple, and this is called preset mode. And then turning it to the right is white, and that is the flat mode. So we'll go to the preset mode, and I'll show you how that differs. When you're done selecting, press the on-off button, and now it returns to the normal menu, or the normal operation. So now, basically, the bank button and the 2 buttons have just reversed. So now, when we press bank, we now cycle from presets 1, 2, 3, and 4, and so which was formerly what we would do when we pressed both buttons together. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the pressing them together switches banks, and so it goes from the red bank to the green bank, and then you can cycle through those. And say we're on the 3rd preset in the green bank, we press the 2 together, we go to the 3rd preset in the red bank, and so it's just flipped the options for the what those buttons do. Okay, and then the last mode, we once again hold on off and power it up, and this time we turn the gain knob until the light turns white. Then we press that to save it. Okay, so now the flat mode allows you to get at all of your presets just with the bank button, single presses. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4 red. The next press brings me to green, and 1, 2, 3, 4 green, and then so it basically lets you get at all of them without ever having to press 2 buttons at the same time. If you use the RJM pedal editor, you can change the limit of the flat mode as well. So you could say, well, I only want to go through three presets or six or 12, or you can set that limit, and you can even go beyond the normal eight limit that the pedal normally has. And so you can choose how far it'll go, how many button presses it'll allow you to go before wrapping back to the red bank preset number one. So those are the new bank and preset options. Please feel free to contact us at support@rjmmusic.com if you have any other questions. Thanks.